And what that's simulating is taking an object off the ground, though it's not a sandbag and you're not hugging, it's not an Atlas stone, you don't have the sticky and you're not going up with it. It's still simulating the movement. You're still going to train the target areas, so you're just trying to find the best way to do that specific lift without the actual item. Hey, this is Bruss Hamilton, former competitive strongman, current pro wrestler, and I'm here at Elite FTS to talk to you about how to train for strongman in a commercial gym. The most common question I normally get when talking about training strongman in a commercial gym is about like, hey Bruss, how do I train for like an Atlas stone, a sandbag, any kind of picking up loading, picking up and carrying event? And for me, the number one priority is posterior chain and like learning how to squeeze. And I'll do a combination of a posterior chain day with maybe a little bit of back. And the number one movement I do, I'm going to open up on every posterior chain day that I train, is the squat. Some variation of the squat. It's the king of all lifts. There's no argument. I won't hear one at all. Squat is king, and I squat twice a week for that reason. So after the squat though, I do my main back squat movement, whatever variation that is. I like to come in and I like to do a Zercher hold, a Zercher good morning, maybe another variation of the squat, the Zercher squat, which is what we're gonna do here today. And you get just a normal barbell like this, and you're gonna deadlift it up, place it in your lap, get your arms under into the crooks right here, triple extend, right? And then you get that full lockout there. And what that's simulating is taking an object off the ground, though it's not a sandbag and you're not hugging, it's not an Atlas stone, you don't have the sticky and you're not going up with it. It's still simulating the movement. You're still gonna train the target areas, so you're just trying to find the best way to do that specific lift without the actual item. And I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate that now. So again, I like to get, just like if I was standing over a sandbag or Atlas stone, kind of a wider base here. And I'm actually gonna grab in the center and I'm going to step, and I don't need to fully extend here. I'm gonna go ahead and sit down now. Arms through, I clasp, and up. And I'm probably only gonna pick from the ground once, because usually my main goal is, this is for your upper back and a lot of quad movement. And I'll come back here, reset with like the item based in my lap, and extend through, just like that. All right, so we've done our squat. We moved to the Zercher squat as our main accessory. And now I wanna work on that back squeeze, that ability to take that item, hold onto it and pull through. And again, king movement for that, rows. And there's a million different variations of the rows, but I find that again, when we're trying to prioritize that posterior chain, because that's the main mover in getting the object into the stand and then you just have to hold, I do a variation called the Woolam row. And that is kind of a cheat row where you're gonna go from the ground from the first rep, and you're gonna push the hips through like you're trying to deadlift it. As you push the hips through, you get that full row motion and you go back down, pushing your hips back, and you do the same thing back and forth. And I'm gonna go ahead and demonstrate that now. Probably move the barbell to where you can kind of see my hips moving. So same position as everything that you want to be, just to do a normal row. I'm a bit of a thicker guy, as you can tell. And so I go a little bit wide on this, wider than most normal people would. And that's the way that I like it, because when you're rowing something into your lap, it's a lot of lats. The wider grip you have, the more lats you use. So we're going to take the item here, and as soon as you come off the ground, you begin the row, and you're pushing the hips through, never coming to a full lockout. So I'm not deadlifting the weight all the way up, but I am rowing the weight all the way up. So here we are, coming to the end of our workout, coming into the last movement. We're thoroughly exhausted, everything's tired. Last thing we need to do is get that upper back, and that's gonna be targeted with pull-ups. I like to use weighted pull-ups. Now, in a commercial gym, this can be hard to do, right? Not every gym's gonna have chains. Not every gym's gonna have a belt that you can tie weights to. So today I'm gonna do a demonstration by keeping just this 10-pound dumbbell in between my feet, however you need to do it, just to add a little extra resistance to us while we're doing these pull-ups. For me, when I do pull-ups at the end of a workout, I'm not really looking for a high rep set. I'm looking more for, hey, we're gonna do 3 to 5, and I'm gonna take 30-second to 1 minute rest, and we're just gonna go until we can't and get that final burnout done. So that's what I'm gonna demonstrate here today, is we're gonna take the weight, we're gonna cross our feet over, place the dumbbell in between the legs, reach up, and that's the way you pull. Just coming down for the full stretch, really getting it up at the top. No need to stay there and hang out because we got more reps to do later. And that's a great way to train your posterior chain for a loading event in strongman inside of a commercial gym.